this video, we're going to show you how a customer can quickly and easily place an order for a point-to-point network using Digit's seamless order management platform, Telflow Order. First, we'll demonstrate how each site in a point-to-point network can be located and validated via Telflow's Google Maps integration. Then, we'll show you how these sites can be qualified in multiple systems with multiple carriers. We'll also demonstrate how easy it is to seamlessly transition a point-to-point order through to fulfillment with instant quote generation and a highly intuitive user experience. Let's start by creating a sales order in the Telflow portal. Sales orders are used to capture multi-line orders for organizations who wish to order multiple separate or interrelated products across one or more locations. Next, we'll add a line item to the order for our point-to-point network. The line item we're adding in this instance is a product called Ethernet Advantage P2P, and it's made available for us to order via the Telflow catalog. Once we've filled out some preliminary fields, we can edit the order in more detail in this modal window. You can see that there are several fields that are displayed, enabling us to configure our order, and a price summary panel on the right that updates dynamically to reflect our inputs. The first thing we're going to do here is add and qualify 2 sites for each end of the point-to-point network. When we click inside the Select Site box, a new modal window displays with a map from Google Maps showing the city of Melbourne. The default map that displays here is configurable in Telflow. In the text box in the upper left of the page, we're going to search for one of the sites we want. In this case, the Telstra Exchange in Exhibition Street. You can see that a pin drops into the map once we click on the site we want, and we can zoom in for a better view of the exact location, toggling between map and satellite views. This enables us to visually confirm that the site we're looking for is correct. Clicking away from our selected site for a moment, you can see that there are several other options for finding and refining our address search. Telflow's Google Maps integration enables us to view a list of sites to find in Google Maps that match our site search query in this Google Maps tab. We also have a manual option that enables us to input our location requirements directly, including geocoordinates, longitude, latitude, and elevation. Going back to the Search tab, we'll now click on our desired location and qualify the site. Clicking the Qualify button, we're shown matches for our selected address in 2 address databases, Telflow and NBN. Of course, Telflow can be configured to integrate with any supplier database you require. These 2 are just examples that we're using for demonstration purposes. You can see that the NBN database has returned over 100 matches, but the most relevant match, the address we want, is at the top of the list here. Now that we've selected our desired address in both supplier databases, clicking the Run Qualification button will qualify the sites in both suppliers' databases at once. You can see that the first site we've selected for our point-to-point network is serviceable by both suppliers, so we can now proceed to add the site to our order. Next, we'll repeat the site qualification process for our other location, this time for another address in the Melbourne CBD. Once again, we're able to zoom in to verify the address in Google Maps, including both a standard map view and a satellite view, and we're running a qualification query in both NBN and Telflow databases. This end of our point-to-point network is also serviceable, so we're able to add it to our order. Now that we have qualified both sites in our point-to-point network, we'll select a bandwidth option and enable network protection, and we can also request a specific completion date for our order. The fields in this order form are dynamically created in Telflow's zero-code product modeling environment, Telflow Composer. Returning to our sales order, you can see that the sites we've qualified for our point-to-point order are reflected on the form, and we can add additional line items under each address if we want to order products specifically for those addresses. In this example, we're adding an internet product at our Latrobe Street site, and we'll then also add a Zoom product that can be used across both sites. Once we're happy with the line items in our sales order, we can request a quote for stakeholder sign-off. Telflow's automated order lifecycles will generate a quote in PDF format that we can use to manage approvals. As you can see, this quote uses our out-of-the-box Telflow branding, but it can also be customized to use your own company's branding as part of a Telflow solution. Assuming the quote is approved, we can submit our sales order, and then our line items, including the point-to-point network, will enter their automated fulfillment processes. These are shown in greater depth in some of our other videos, so in this case we'll just zip through to order completion so that we can show you how a fully provisioned point-to-point network appears in Telflow. You can see that our completed order shows detailed site information for both sites in our network, including geo coordinates and NBN CSA IDs. We can click through to view the product inventory that's stored in Telflow to represent the point-to-point network, which has a full history of activity for the network and any orders that have been raised against it. You've now seen how easy it is to place an order for a point-to-point network in Telflow using our powerful site visualization and qualification tools, as well as our intuitive user experience for creating complex orders and managing quotes. Thanks for watching.